What's up, everybody? So glad that you guys clicked on today to watch episode 2 of our web series called Proverbs. I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for all you guys that just shared some love and just shared some good feedback from our episode 1. And thank you. Stay awesome. And we're going to get through a time like this. We're going to go into chapter 2 of Proverbs today. And again, if you don't know, Proverbs is just a book in the Bible written by a man named Solomon. He was king of Israel for a time. He was David's son, and he's also known as one of the wisest and richest men who's ever lived. So he's definitely somebody you probably want to listen to. And through the series, we're just kind of diving into his written work, which is the book of Proverbs. And in chapter 2, he says, "Good friend, take heart to what I'm telling you. Collect my counsel and guard them with your life." He's saying, listen, I got some good advice for you. All right, take it. Guard it with your life. Make it worth something to you. He says, tune your ears to a world of wisdom and set your hearts on a life of understanding. That's what we're trying to do through this series, is we just remind ourselves how much the wisdom of God means, and how big of a deal that is to just live a life of wisdom, live a life of understanding. Understanding who we are, understanding what God's all about. Like this is a big deal, and it's very important. He says, that's right, make insight your priority. Man, could we just imagine what it'd be like if we made a priority of learning, made a priority of being wise and understanding the works of God and how he acts and how he works and how he moves. He says, make that your priority and search for it like a prospector panning for gold. He uses vigorous language here, and somebody who spends hours a day in the dirt and the mud. And then he says, search for it like a treasure hunter or a venturer on a treasure hunt. Search for it. Have some tenacity searching for wisdom. He says, search for it like you won't take no for an answer. It says, believe me, before you know it, the fear of God will be yours. And we talked about that last week. The fear of God is just a healthy reverence and respect for the Lord. He said, you'll come upon the knowledge of God. If you search for it, it's yours. It's a free gift. It's right up there with grace. You know, the grace and the wisdom of God is yours. All you got to do is ask for it. He says that, and he says, and here's why. God gives freedom out, or God gives wisdom out for free. It's plain spoken in the knowledge and understanding. And then he goes on in verse 9 to say, so you can pick out what's true and fair. That's why it's important. So that you can pick out what's true and fair. To have understanding and be able to discern what's right and wrong. You know, I think that's in a world full of gray areas, it's sometimes it's good to know what's right and what's wrong. Not that everything is always black and white, but that there's knowledge and understanding, knowing what's true and what's just and what's fair. It protects you, and it shows you the difference between right and wrong. It helps you to understand where to go, what step is next for you in your life. It's the wisdom of God that rests on you, and it's yours. All you got to do is ask for it. All you got to do is put in a little bit of effort. I want to thank you guys so much for clicking on it. Read Proverbs chapter 2. And let's start this week by really diving into a life of understanding. Let's start this week to make wisdom and insight our priority. Let's search for it like an adventurer on a treasure hunt, or like a miner panning for gold. I love you guys. Thank you so much for clicking on this today. If there's anything that you need from me, please let me know. I'm praying for you. I love you. And I can't wait till I see you again.